What's their ticker?
It's like something weird, like JPN or some weird
JWN,
shit.
yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a lot of resistance above you. You got to break VWAP like 39. It looks good.
It wouldn't be good to take a position in right now.
It's failing a daily pivot. You could take a position here, but there's no strength on the candles.
How is Kohl's and Macy's doing?
Kohl's looks ready to break out. If it wants to follow American Eagle's soaring.
What about M?
Macy's looks like Nordstrom lagging. They're both below VWAP.
Dude, look at Lovesac. You know those couches?
Is that a public company?
Yeah, LOVE. They just love.
Oh, yeah, that thing's flying. I think they have earnings next week.
Dude, don't you hate when you forget, like, you know, you're in a rush to go somewhere and then you forget that you had to stop to get fucking gas?
And then you're fucked.
Yeah.
That shit always happens to me. I'm like, oh, I think I left enough time, and then I realized I didn't.
Dude, I got in my car and I was like running late and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get gas still.
Like my car, I can only go to one gas station here because we don't have 93 octane. We only have 91 unless I want to go get 95 octane. So I have to go to the one gas station in my area that has it.
Does that make a big difference?
Yeah, my car.
That's your daily driver?
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
What do you drive?
What do you?
Like $5 a gallon.
What is it?
Like if I need to, I can put 91 in it, but I just don't like to.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Mercedes. It's like all souped up and shit.
An older one or a newer one?
Horsepower.
Can you use that as your daily driver?
Yeah. Dude, lots of people trying to race in Arizona, bro. I've never been to another place where like as many people just like literally want to street race with you.
Do you guys have Speedway gas stations out there?
Nah. I think that's an Illinois thing or like a middle American thing.
Dude, I remember my brother used to have like a fucking like a race car BMW, and he would only go there to put like the racing fuel.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this place sells the 101 octane too, which is like $9 a gallon or something. But I mean, you don't like put it all in your tank. Like you're supposed to get a little bit.
He would put that and then some of that you know, the corn shit. I forgot what it's called. E85.
Oh, ethanol. Yeah. He did ethanol. Yeah, my other car is set up to run on E85, which is also annoying.
Yeah,
you got to go to specific gas stations to get it.
Yeah, that thing was fast, dude.
Yeah, E85 makes a big difference too. That reminds me, I gotta call this dude to work on my fucking Challenger.
It was a 335, and he swapped the turbos on, put new, bigger ones in.
Oh yeah. Everybody fucks with that 335. That's like you can make that car real fast.
Yeah, his was fast, dude. I think he dynoed it at like 600 and something horsepower.
Yeah, that's serious. Yeah, that's like the same motor as the new Supra. It's the same setup.
He still couldn't beat the fucking Hayabusa though, man. When we raced on the highway,
no contest, dude. You need like at least 1,000 horsepower to even compete with a car, at least.
Yeah, he spent like 50 G's on that car. I spent fucking $8,000 on my bike.
But I mean, you're fucking insane to drive a bike like 200 miles an hour. It's fucking terrifying.
I'll fucking beat him in first gear.
Oh yeah, well I mean you can't get off the line because you don't weigh anything, But yeah, I mean bikes are fast as shit, dude. I always think it's funny when people with bikes try to race dudes with cars. I'm like, yo, why don't you race dudes with bikes?
I thought it was the other way around. I used to have cars trying to race me.
That's funny. It's like they don't know or something. I mean, I'll fuck with a bike if a bike wants to run, but like on the highway is different. Like 0 to 60, there's no point. But on the highway, like some bikes, I'll be not a Hayabusa though. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of dudes like with bikes, like go around to car meets and stuff, and like try to talk shit to dudes with cars. I'm like, dude, like it's not even the same thing.
Yeah. You know, I would always like if I would race someone, I would always lose off the line because I was always too much of a pussy to dump the clutch. I didn't want to
But
wheelie
you
it
don't
and
need to
fucking
dump the
fly off
clutch
the back.
anyway. Like no need, you know.
But like on a highway, dude, like if I was in like fourth gear, I would just fucking downshift a little bit, and then they'd come up next to me. I would just fucking rip it.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. Those things are so fucking fast. It's insane how fast that shit is. There's some
I go
crazy
from
ass
like,
kid that I used to fuck with. He used to have like I can't remember what it was. It was some bike that had like literally like 200 horsepower, and he would race like the fucking like all like the real fast cars with like 1500 horsepower and shit would want to race him. He would drive that shit like 200 miles an hour. He was fucking insane.
dude, I would go on the highway like if I was racing a car, I would literally go from like start at like 60, and I'll be at like 150 in like a second.
Oh yeah, yeah. That shit must be fucking. I've never ridden a bike that fast. That must be scary as shit.
The fastest I've ever gotten it was 180.
Like freaks me out because you're on a bike. Like any little fucking thing. Like a car is bad
Yeah,
enough at that speed on a bike. Like a little mistake and you're
you
done.
you can't even turn
Yeah, I mean
40.
you're dead
You
so
can't even see
fast. Like
anymore.
you just evaporate. You know what I mean? Like,
Everything's flying past you so quick. It's like it's just everything's a blur. All you see is like a small light in front of you, pretty much.
yeah, on a bike. I'm
Because you
sure. And then
can't
like
live. You have to tuck your head too.
that's what my boy was telling me. He's like, when you get up there, you got to tuck your head. You couldn't even hold your head up.
Yeah, it'll take you off the bike if you put your head and chest up.
So scary. Like little mistake. You know what I mean? Like I'll drive my car that fast, but it's a big ass car. Like I mean, yeah, but still same thing. If I wreck it, like I'm done for. It's 180 miles an hour. It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
car you're in.
ES is really bullish here. The problem is my lottos expire in fucking less than an hour, so I'm not gonna be able to hold these. But if you're holding contracts for next week, as long as you hold above like 4100, 4098, it doesn't look that bad here actually. You do have very low volume up here. Could be a double top, could be a cup and handle. But any short-term contracts are about to get bled out. We've pulled too far away from VWAP with no volume. Yeah, my contracts are getting bled. I'm getting ready to cut them. Just take whatever. I was willing to let these things go to zero, so any money that I get back out of them is just a bonus. They're at 24 right now. If they get below 20, I'll cut them.
Yes, supposedly the governor here just signed a bill to quote protect Arizona drivers who cannot pay outstanding fees. They're going to excuse them. So why would anyone pay them? I don't
Just tell them you
understand.
can't pay, yeah.
I'm mad. I want my money back from my tickets. Fucking assholes. What was I thinking?
Look at how low the volume is today. It's disgusting. It's like literally nobody was trading today.
It was like a pretty decent week. It's Friday. I wonder what crypto is going to do this weekend.
Hopefully, tear.
I'm in sushi and what's XTZ fucking what do you call that?
Tezos.
Tezos. Yeah, sushi doesn't look so great.
Yeah, we're definitely
A
rolling
small
over here.
Bitcoin long open.
You can see on the 15-minute every single candle's making a lower high. You've already lost your uptrend. You could look at like a horizontal maybe. If you took 4 10s for next week, I think those things will still be alright. 410s for this week are about to bleed. We gave up all of our momentum early in the pre-market.
It really was this fucking slow day.
Yeah, really slow.
XTZ is ripping actually. Just came up on a pivot.
Did Ray pull back yet, or is it still straight up?
That's a good question. I haven't looked in a while. Wow. It's up 23%.
Yeah, it's still going.
That thing is a motherfucker. Look at that shit.
I hope that thing pulls back to give me an entry.
Motherfucker, look at that fucking 12-hour
It's at 1150 already.
If the daily closes like that, I'm just gonna wait for a small pullback, maybe to retest that triangle, and then like just a nasty wick. I'm gonna set some bids down there. That's a clean fucking chart, dude.
It is.
These candles on ES are so slow, dude. I couldn't even imagine trying to scalp this. That volcano is erupting again in the Caribbean.
$40 million VIX call option placed on Thursday, yesterday, that VIX will be above 40 by July's expiration.
Yeah,
That's a
OMG.
big fucking move, dude.
OMG looks pretty good, BC. OMG's not bad.
That's a monster move on VIX.
What they think it's gonna pump up?
Yeah, 40 million by July's expiration. That VIX is at 40 or above.
OMG's been flying. You put in a daily pivot yesterday, didn't even care, broke right through it. Look at the 4-hour. Massive ascending triangle being broken. One-hour buy signals playing out. Looks pretty good. You guys are in that. Could probably hold on to it. Hey, Alan. Gonna cut.
I hope that fucking Asia doesn't dump on us in the fucking afternoon today.
Gonna cut these lottos here in a sec. This thing doesn't bounce. It's irritating. It hit my target, but it took so fucking long to hit my target that we were only up like 20-30%. It sucks because I think it's gonna bounce too, but you just can't hold on to these. There's no time left. The high on SPY is 409.98. How ridiculous is that? Wi-Fi looks pretty good. I think it was yesterday we were looking at them. Didn't look too bad. Oh, now it doesn't look too good. It failed the pivot, so I would wait for that pivot to break. And then what was the other one? CVC. Let's take a look. I don't see the perpetual on that one. The USDT on Binance doesn't look too bad. You got a daily buy signal a couple days ago trying to play out. Bouncing off the previous highs. Yeah, that one's not too bad. Probably go back to the pivot around 68. Luis said, you don't think SPY will drop and touch some of the missed daily monthly pivots before it bounces back? Bounces past 410. No, I think it is definitely coming down probably next week. Only because there's gaps below you. If there weren't gaps below you, I think this thing just keeps grinding higher. But I don't see us running a whole nother week without filling those gaps. We've got a gap at like 406. We got a gap at 400. One at 396. We even have one down here like 389. The big gap that's the biggest problem is the ES gap at like 4010. 4010, 4011, somewhere around there. That's a problem. Because ES doesn't ever leave gaps unfilled. But the Momo's pinching upwards, so when it pinches, you don't trade against it. So until that starts topping out, it's just going to keep going up. You can see how the Momo's been pinching for quite some time now. It was pinching up here, price ran, pinch down, price sold off, pinch back up, price moved back up. So until that stops doing that, you don't trade against it. There's the bounce we were looking for. Strong bounce so far too. Still holding these lottos for now. I'm going to try to hold them as long as possible, but they are going to start bleeding really hard. I would like to get at least $100 a contract out of these things. They're only at 30 right now. We would need to see at least a 1 point move here on the close, which is probably not going to happen. If I can get 50 cents out of them, I'll probably take it. Boring, boring day, man. Even the scanners are dead. The healthcare sector's been running today. XLV. Not doing too bad. It's still in a massive range, though. We just broke the value area high, so we could start running here next week. Get a little continuation on Monday. XLV will probably run.
What's up, everyone?
going on?
Just get a chance to sit down and look at some stuff. How's everything looking today?
Not much happening. Real slow, low volume. It's been low volume all week. The snooze fest.
Apple's still going.
How's this bode for next week?
I think we go higher, like early next week, but I would not be surprised if we come down to try to fill those local gaps by the end of the week. The close looks bullish, but the gaps are gonna be like magnets pulling you back.
So what do you think about like June open queues and SPY contracts?
I think until Monday, Tuesday, I think they're all right. I think we might get either a small gap up or just a small breakout on Monday. But like towards later in the week, if it starts selling off, I'd probably lower my size on those contracts or close them completely.
Yo, Evan, I ate like 3 pounds of meat yesterday at fucking Chamagaucha.
This food delivery guy just parked in my driveway to deliver food to my neighbor. Fucking guy. Fucking guys, man.
We got to pick a time to go, JMA.
Hey, Jared, we basically do go all day, man. We just don't live stream it. We're doing this all day long in Discord. I can't live stream all day because that would defeat the purpose of the Discord, but we might throw in some more streams later down the road. We used to do morning streams, but they were hard for me to do because I hate waking up in the morning that early and then fucking going over charts and stuff for stream. There we go. High a day on ES. Let's go. These contracts are at 40 cents now.
Are those Caesar contracts moving? Anyone that has them? Caesar or Connor?
Connor was saying they were dog shit earlier.
No,
They're still not moving?
no.
Yeah, Jared, here you go. OasisTrading.io/Discord. What contracts are you in? Beautiful fucking bounce right here.
April 16th, $100 calls.
This is why I've been holding my SPY lottos all day, because I was expecting this. With you being above the value area, you still look really good. Like I said, the only reason I would even be slightly bearish next week are the gaps. April 16th, what strike?
100.
They're at 119, 110 right now. Let's go, dude. Look at this fucking bounce. They're not being traded at all. There's literally no volume on these things.
Yeah, maybe that's the wrong. No, there was 1,500 volume today.
Let me see. Alright, they have 1,500 volume, but that was like literally one guy. That was, he put in 1,300 at 9:35 right at the open. So that remaining 100 was through the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, that was jamming.
You have whales buying these contracts, but there's no volume being traded otherwise. Jared, it's under the, if you click the sign up button, it should lead you there, or the membership plans. He bought the
so
contracts.
He bought 1,300?
Yeah, he bought 1,300, or 1,250 to be exact, at 9:35. It looks like he also bought another 1,500 yesterday when they were around $1.60. And then it looks like he bought 2,200 the day before when they were around $1.50-ish. So he's underwater a little bit.
How does ACB looks right now?
Oh, it looks pretty good. Nice little gain in value today. You have a massive bull dip on the daily. You got to break this downtrend that you're in, though. You're in like a big wedge.
I
Johnny,
don't
I
see
don't
how
know.
no one's buying those.
Here you go, Johnny. You're in a pretty big wedge. My SPY contracts are in the money.
Holy hell.
Let's see if we can get $1 out of these things. They're already at 60.
Holy shit, I wasn't expecting this.
I should have faded you, Caesar.
You got to watch the value, man. Value's been strong. Creating a tail. I don't think I'm going to get $1. They're already at 57. I'm up 50% right now, so we could take 50% profit. I might close half here.
I took yesterday.
What did you buy?
I've had 310 SPY lottos for like 3 days. Or sorry, 410, 410. I'm going to close half here for 50% profit.
Straight vertical.
Square is just barely failing that 267 target. So you could take profit here.
Qs are going straight up too.
Q's all-time high break next week. It's hard to say, man. We got a lot of gaps below us. I would not be surprised if they release some bad news to push it below and hit those gaps. Give me one
Johnny
sec,
J,
guys.
did
I
you-
gotta watch
Did
these
you buy
lines.
any ice?
Oh,
Hey
wait,
Johnny J, did you buy any ice?
you talking to me? Or
Nah, he's talking
Johnny?
about Jerusalem.
Johnny
JJ.
Jerusalem, did you buy any ice token?
He's not in here, I don't think.
He just posted. Oh, yeah, he's not maybe not listening.
Is that still going up or did it pull back?
What ice? It ran up to it pulled back slightly, like I don't know, like by a few cents, but it's still it came down further, but it's running back again now. So
I haven't gotten filled on that take profit on my lottos. I actually didn't click the button yet. I was bad to click the button, but it just keeps going up, so I'm not clicking the button yet. You guys
buy
will
any, Jamin?
you guys will hear the notification on stream when I click this button.
I didn't.
You marketing it?
Yeah. I got my finger on the trigger.
Do you do that often with a market sell?
With SPY, yes. I always mark it with SPY.
Same here.
I've done that before and it's like fucked me over. Like
It shouldn't fuck you over on SPY. The liquidity is literally like a penny.
Yeah, that's just the bet. Or it fucking makes no difference.
Yeah, we're up 100% now. I'm looking for $1. They're at 75. If it goes below 70, I'll take profit at 100%.
I missed that call out.
It was in my channel.
Then I don't know how I missed it.
They're at 75. Let's go. Keep going.
Is there a way to see that ice like on a chart, or is
No,
it
they're not.
such dog shit that I don't even have a chart?
They're not on TradingView.
Yeah, it doesn't have a chart yet. I'm assuming once it hits FTX, it will though. Sticky's huge on that fucking thing. I mean, it's still low compared to where he thinks he could go.
Look at this fucking close, dude. It's disgusting.
Is it Terran?
It's literally vertical. Contracts are at 85 now. Let's get $1.
Damn.
I picked up right before. I had picked up the 411s that expire Monday.
It is so aggravating to sit here and hear something ripping that I'm not in, and I should be.
125%.
Wow.
I'm on 74% right now.
Diamond hands.
Crypto is going to run this weekend.
You think so? Maybe run.
I'm
to
closing.
a back or something. Weekends are always.
There you
fun.
go. You guys heard the buzz on stream. I'm out. 125%.
Nice trade.
Easy.
If it's correlated with ES or like with the S&P, then yeah, it's going to tear. It doesn't. It usually tears fucking on Saturdays. I got a Bitcoin long and a lot of spot Ethereum, so. I've just been buying spot Ethereum.
All right, let's go, guys. Good lotto.
I want to get in that Ray though. That's like, I can't buy it when it's up fucking 20%.
What's sad about those lottos? Actually, no, we did. Yeah, we did pretty good. I was gonna say, like, literally the next day they gapped up in the morning. We could have sold them for like 75 cents. So we held them for like 2 days, and we had to get through all this fucking chop just to get that move. They're still going right now. They're almost at 90. See if I could have held it for my $1. See if they hit $1. If you guys are holding them, that's where I would be taking profit, is probably around $1. They're at 92.
Holy shit.
Microsoft looks good, man. Strong close on most big tech, Ashwin. Microsoft strong, Facebook strong. They're hitting almost all of our targets. I give you guys a bunch of targets in Discord. I give you guys targets on big tech almost every day. And pretty much all week our targets have been being hit. Apple's coming up on the 133. Facebook approaching a 319. Netflix 564. Amazon just hit our 3341. That's easy. Tesla's the only one that hasn't hit our targets.
Oracle's flying too.
Looks like I could have got my $1. They're at 97. Those things fucking move. Yeah, they topped out at $1.01. We would have damn near sold the high. They're at $1.01.
Let's go!
Hell of a fucking trade.
Fucking dog shit win.
What'd you say?
I said dog shit win, man.
I'll be there in 2 weeks. I'll let him know, C's.
Chad, the Discord chat is on voice chat. Voice chat text is where we all talk during the day. And if you want to join voice chat, you just click the trading floor.
C's, if it makes you feel better, I'll be milking him for a free room and dinner.
If you scroll down in Discord, you'll see all of our icons hanging out in voice.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, it's at $1 again. I might be crying here in a second. These things are probably gonna run like 400%.
Crying. Huh, who you mean?
But
I
it
had
has
to
to close them by 4, right?
What was that?
To close them in 25 minutes, right?
Yeah, you have to close them, yeah.
Yeah, I had a fucking 407s to rip.
Yeah, so it's not exactly like you have 25 minutes left because they're going to start closing before then.
Well, what's it at right now? 4, 10, 70. So they technically should be worth 70 cents right now. They're worth 93. So they have 23 cents of bullshit value.
All right. Maybe Tesla in this last half hour.
Bye.
Look at
Keep
this.
dreaming, Smoochie.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look at that 30-minute candle. Disgusting.
Apple high day.
You guys remember this fucking chart? Remember the fucking wedge, broadening wedge? Look at that retest. Bounced off VWAP, never saw it again. Really strong tail we just put in. Contracts hovering around 97.
GE's moving up too. Let's go. Such a jerk off. I can't believe I missed that this morning.
What did it like rip in the morning?
Dude, I hit my target. I couldn't tell you the last time that I've slept later than 8 o'clock. And the one day that that thing rips, I fucking sleep till 9.
This chart is really
Nice, stop.
clean. Who asked? Elefino? It's one of our favorite patterns. You have a falling wedge with a bull div, and you even came back to retest the wedge, and now you're breaking out of it. That's really strong, dude. And you just reclaimed
What
VWAP.
stock?
It's a penny stock. T-God-F. T-God-F.
What is it?
T-G-O-D-F.
Is it too late? Let me see this.
T-God-F.
Canadian cannabis.
Oh.
Thing is super clean.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Dog shit fucking stock, though. Don't zoom out. Thing is absolute dog shit.
T God F.
Dude, those lottos are ripping 110.
You still in them?
No, I closed them at like 85.
Still a nice trade.
My target was 100, but I'm not going to fucking let those things run like that.
The more we extend, the more worried I get worried
Oh,
about
yeah.
a meltdown on Monday.
Same day lottos are so toxic because it will pull back like 10 cents and it will rip you apart. Because these things technically should only be priced at $1 right now. They're 15 cents overvalued.
What do you think this fucking volume's coming from?
I have no idea. It's funny. What did I say earlier? We're going to need some random ass volume coming out of nowhere. And there you go.
That was a dirty fucking fake out.
Just random ass volume coming out of nowhere.
Is anybody else going to jump into T God F?
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna
aping.
get a little bag.
All right. I wouldn't be
What?
who I am if I didn't.
What, that's a Wiz Khalifa stock?
It's weed. It's Canadian. This is good.
Yeah, Fernando, when you sign up to Discord, they will send you an email with your invite link, and then you just click that, and it should invite you to the Discord. It takes a few minutes sometimes. When you join, the bot will give you a role, and then once you have your role, you'll be able to see all the channels. Oh, that's right, JMA. You just called out those fucking VIX things before it started pumping. That guy's getting hammered.
Is it?
No, I
What do you
mean,
mean?
like he took that VIX trade. He was expecting VIX to go up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it actually is going up a little bit.
By July.
Those lottos topped out at 118. What is that? We got in at 38, I think. 118 divided by 38, 215%, about 210% is max potential.
That was one nasty bulldog, wasn't it?
What is that on?
Yes, daily.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Put in the head and then just ripped.
Nothing but increased value. It's hard to say, Fernando. I think it was that one order. That one order on VIX was one guy.
Yeah, it was one guy $40 million worth.
Fubo is getting a shit ton of calls today. That thing was running this morning. 500,000 calls today. Square is getting a lot too, but it's also getting a lot of puts. The lottos, if you guys are still in those, they're going to start coming back. They should be worth like 80 cents right now. They're worth $1, so they're overpriced.
Hey, JMA, really quick off topic. Have you ever been to Kinsey Chop House?
He's not in voice chat. He's probably hopping out of his car.
I blame C's for selling my fucking SPY 410s.
Doesn't Jerome Powell have a something coming out recently?
Sunday night.
Yeah.
You think it's possible that some of that may have come out, and that's why we're running?
100%.
Somebody leaked it, and all the hedge funds got a hold of it and said, "Let's go."
Yep, could be.
Seems pretty likely. Or even speculating, you know.
CB, I know exactly what you mean.
If you guys are closing your index positions, you're making the right decision. You're just getting fucked by the market right now. Like you should be deleveraging when there's gaps below you into all-time high. It's not a bad idea. If you did that 10 times out of fucking the past 10 times that we did this, you would be making the right decision probably like 7 or 8 times out of 10. SPY and Qs almost never run after gapping into all-time highs. It's like Bitcoin. Like it pushes into an all-time high, then it fills the gaps. Especially with ES. ES has a gap below you as well. You can have some risk, but you don't want to be going heavy in these trades. That's why I'm just taking lottos.
Yeah, CB Deja's right though. Like the one time that it doesn't, like you miss out, you know, if you trick yourself into thinking it's always going to be like that, you're going to, in the long run, you end up losing.
And the risk to reward right now is not in the Bulls' favor. The risk to reward is in the Bears' favor. Like if they just keep taking shorts, they'll get burned on days like today when we keep going higher. But when it does come down to fill those gaps, they're going to get paid. I just hate being those Bears. They get fucking slapped for like 6 weeks in a row and then you finally hit one time. So I don't do it. I don't take Bears positions. I took like one, what was it, last week? We took that gap fill put and then we instantly closed it like a day later.
Play the chart. I mean, not play, but trade the chart.
I would be out of those lottos at this point if you guys are still in those. 15 minutes until close. They're a little overpriced still due to theta. They're about 10 cents overpriced. That pullback almost faked me out on ES.
Faked me out.
The only reason I didn't close was the 40.98 value area high. It's the only reason I held. Nicola, I don't have a scanner that tells me the exact strikes of Fubo. I just see that there's a lot of calls coming in. I can't tell you exact strikes. They have about 500,000 call volume today. I'm assuming they're probably short dated. There's probably some for April 16th, I'm guessing. Yeah, lots of volume on April 16th. You got a lot of volume on the 25s. You got a lot of volume on the 24s. That is pretty much it. 25s, 24s, everything else is pretty low. May 21st. Nothing really unusual. Yeah, I honestly don't see where they're getting 500,000 volume from because there's not much volume on these. Oh, you actually had a shit ton on this today. People were taking some lottos. A lot of volume on the 24s for today. A lot of volume on the 22s, 2250s.
That's Pelosi.
The April 16th ones, 24s and 25s have the most volume. From what I can see on my broker. That's not on my scanner, though. Feels good to hit that lotto, man. I've been fucking losing like my last like 4 out of 5 spy trades.
You've also
Happy
been
you
playing
took
Dota
those,
as
man.
well, so it must be fun.
Honestly, Doodle, I think the Coinbase listing is going to go well. Unless it's like one of those things like kind of like Uber got called out for it. They basically, when Uber listed, they just said that it was a way to get the early investors out. So if it's one of those scenarios, it might sell off. But look at the numbers they reported. Like they were so confident they reported their numbers before they're going public, and their numbers are good. Their numbers are very good. They have like 55 million users or some shit. I'm probably going to buy some. I'll put it in my broker for a little piece. I am curious to see how it affects Bitcoin, though. Because it probably will have a one-day effect on Bitcoin. I doubt they'll follow each other, but on the IPO day, it will probably affect Bitcoin. Like if it starts pumping, Bitcoin will probably pump. If it starts dumping, then Bitcoin will most likely dump. So I'd keep an eye on the IPO. Dude, there's no like set in stone like with IPOs. It's not like most of them pump, most of them dump. It's really based on the company. Recently, a lot of the IPOs, they struggled in the beginning, and then they started pumping like a few weeks to a month or two later. Like we saw that on DoorDash, Airbnb, you had AI, PLTR. They all took a little bit to get going, but then they started pumping really hard. And then a lot of them died. Like AI died, PLTR died. Coinbase is priced at 500. I think they're IPOing at like 140 or something. What'd you guys say in Discord? What's their IPO?
I heard 140, but I've been seeing a lot of price target upgrades.
Yeah, no, it's irritating. Tesla's not fucking breaking out of this area. I'm still holding that debit spread. Has a decent close, though. Not terrible. There we go. Look at that pump. It just started pumping.
What was that? I saw that. It like flickered.
You just got to give it some
That was interesting.
encouragement, man. Look at these stocks. Big tech's getting flow right now. Look at Facebook. Jesus, these lottos are tearing. 130. $135. We had the right idea. We sold a little early.
Apple high day.
Hold them as long as possible.
My Apple leaps are up a lot.
Yeah, Apple's doing pretty good today.
This is really, really strong based on volume profile. You put in a little node on the tail, and now we're creating a new tail. We're getting very far from that ES gap.
Scary far.
Yeah, for an ES gap, they almost always get filled immediately. Where is that gap? Is it? Yeah, we're 100 points away. That's no bueno. We're almost 3% away from that gap.
Look at IWM.
Yep. It reheld VWAP. This is a really clean support. Overlapping volume, accumulating, reclaiming VWAP. It's basically a Quasimodo. Oh, you're talking about their private offering? Their private offering's at 500? What the fuck? Seems a little ridiculous. Good God, these lottos. Oh, FTX is trading them? That's hilarious. They're at 500 on FTX?
That's crazy.
You could take that spread. Like if they IPO at like 200, you buy their shares and then sell them on, you short them on FTX at 500, take the spread.
Fucking Apple and Amazon keep going. What?
Lotto's at 135. Sickening.
I'm up 131%.
Oh, did you hop in some? Nice. Yeah, I closed mine around like 85, so we closed them a little early.
Yeah, I hopped in earlier on the 411s for Monday.
Nice.
I was kind of upset I got shook out my 407s.
They're up 255%. Sickening.
Jesus Christ, this is insanity.
Oh my God. This text I just got, dude. I can't say this on stream. I'm going to send it to you guys on Discord. You guys think I should click this link?
Dude, that's a great deal.
That's a great deal, huh?
I mean, you've been looking for something like that for a while, right?
How do you think they have my number?
That'll get you to what, about 4?
Yeah, 3.5. Thoughts on PLTR close? Let's take a look. I honestly like PLTR. I like the way that it's it's failing the VWAP, but it's sticking right onto it. So it looks like it wants to go higher. It has to hold above 24 like very early next week, or it's going to sell off really hard. So technically right now it's bearish. You're still below VWAP. But it looks like you want to be breaking VWAP very early next week. $145 on these lottos. They're almost double what I sold them for like 20 minutes ago. 150.
Moochie, it did look like it was topping out. It literally, it double topped and then it just kind of hung out in low volume. So most of the time that means it's going to dump and then it just.
No, it was 100% a fake out. The only thing that kept you in the trade was the value. The value was still bullish.
Is at the monthly VWAP.
I wish I said that on stream. You guys could have clipped that. Fucking said there was gonna be random volume coming out of nowhere. Absolutely sickening. Low volume all day. And then the whales come in.
Well, at least I'm still in my 407.5 spies for the end of the month.
It has hit 300%.
Wow. 300% and with only, oh, I guess it does trade after hours for a little bit.
No, I don't. Yeah. I always forget. I can't remember if these trade after hours on the day they expire.
Oh, good point.
I think they do. I think they do. Because I remember me and Jamie were talking about this before. I'm not sure, though. I wouldn't risk it. Because if you're in the money, you're going to have to buy. Or you don't have to, I guess.
Bitcoin just ticked green on the last 4-hour close.
Who asked? It was BC. You asked if Qs could hit an all-time high by next week. I think you damn near at an all-time high now. You're almost there. So there you go. You got your answer. Now we just need IWM to catch up. Dow Jones has been exploding. Dow Jones is leading the path.
I ain't gonna lie, it does hurt that I kind of could have been up at least 100 grand right now if I would have held my Qs.
Yep, the indexes usually do that to you. These fucking lottos, dude. I need to stop looking
What
at
up?
them.
Holy shit. Mic check.
They're 155 now.
Can hear you.
160.
What'd you get 'em at?
170.
What a fucking close, boys.
Holy shit. 172 is the high.
What did you get them at?
I got them at 38. I sold them at 85.
Started a new
Damn.
job this week. Haven't been able to trade, but just took a look at the charts for basically the first time all week.
Oh, yeah. You looked at a good time.
There's the bell.
Damn. Anyone got any targets on Soul, BNB, and Ray?
Sticky'd probably be your best guy for that.
I took a little off the table, but these things are fucking ripping.
Yeah, those things, I don't see a top for those things. They just look like they want to go higher.
Great fucking answer.
Like Soul, BNB. Like, I can't even believe BNB's at 400. It's sickening. This thing was fucking $20, $15 last year. But yeah, it doesn't look like it wants to top. You'd have to watch like a 1 hour chart to see if it wanted to top. It's kind of topping right now, BNB. It's got a 1 hour pivot, little rollover. If it breaks like 430, you could probably take profit, but right now it looks fine.
Let it ride. And so I started working at this dog shit German company. Siemens, it's called. You guys should take a look at the chart. It actually looks pretty fucking good.
What's their ticker?
I believe it's SIE. It's a German company, but I could be incorrect.
Oh, it's not on our market.
I believe it is traded on the U.S. markets, though, but it's a German stock.
Oh, it's OTC, I think. Siemens AG.
I think it's like 140 a share or something.
Yeah, it's 83 on OTC. How did Tesla close? Not too bad. Little double bottom coming in. Still bounced right off that falling wedge. That's what we wanted to see. That's clean. This looks fine. Break this pivot at like 678. Should run next week. Yeah, Doodle. Most crypto charts look like they want to go higher, so it's not a bad play, to be honest.
Yeah, Tesla holding the daily pivot really helped in forming the head of the dog, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Better
Yeah, this looks literally perfect. Like I said, the only downside to my Tesla play is I might have picked a little early. Like, it's probably going to push up. If it pushes up slowly, it's going to be really close to not breaking my target. I need it to break 700 by Friday. But it's going to be really close. Look at Link. Yep. Let me take a look at Link, and then I got to get out of here. Link is topping out on a daily pivot. If you start flipping that daily pivot, then it would look really good. 33.17. Then your target would be the 4 hour pivot at 34.
Link only goes up.
Yeah, Link perpetually wants to go higher, so just wait for it to break that pivot. Looks like a bulldog. Probably will go higher.
I don't think I've ever held a shitcoin longer than that thing.
But all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a good weekend. Summary of markets on Sunday, same time as always, probably around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern. That will be our weekly watch list for you. A lot of you guys on YouTube that are new. I release a weekly watch list every Sunday. So make sure you guys check that out. That's pretty much all I have planned. Yeah, just a summary of markets on Sunday, and I'll see you guys back on Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern for stream, 9:30 in the morning on Discord. You guys want to check out the Discord, oasistrading.io/Discord. Make sure to like the video. If you guys are new to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys Monday. Peace out.